Hey, welcome in. Thanks for liking the live already. How's it going? Thanks for the follow, Mango. We'll be ready to get going in a few minutes. I'm just making sure everything's working before we fully get started. Try not to have anything broken while we're trying to get started here. Welcome in, Dakota. Hi, Void. What style do you play? Do you play survival or hardcore or creative? Yeah, I I don't really play much hardcore personally. I'd like to get better at it. I think it'd be kind of fun. But I typically play survival, and I will be today. And I typically do a lot of creative planning and testing, trying to improve. It's been pretty fun learning Axiom and just kind of practicing different building and stuff in creative. Do you like playing with controller? I feel like that'd be really hard. I don't think I could get used to navigating all the menus and everything with a controller. The Switch would be pretty fun. That'd be nice for travel. Be able to play on the airplane and everything. I probably started playing around 2015, but it was very intermittently, on and off. Me and my friends would play a mod pack for a few weeks, and then it would be done for a while again. We'd be on something else. I don't think any of my siblings play Minecraft, actually. Which is kind of funny. Thanks for the like. All right, let's see if I can get this to load up properly, and then we can get started. All right, here we go. And if anything looks or sounds really off, please let me know. This is the first real full stream, so there's probably going to be some kinks to work out. And if any of you haven't seen, this is what we just finished last time we played, is this desert biome. Well, it's more of a lush desert, I guess. It's pretty green. Thank you. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to work on another desert biome or switch it up for a moment and try to practice doing some trees for a forest I have planned. Because I have a few more zones similar to this one that would probably kind of help blend it with other areas that I would build in the world. And these are all just like practice samples for what I hope to eventually do in survival on a larger scale. So this is a sample size, I would say. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I like the colors in the mountains, colors in all the plants. Think it would be easiest to next do the adjacent desert biomes. I think I'm going to move forward those first. So it might look a little bit repetitive, seeing some more desert themed or dry, arid environments, but it is going to be a little bit more mountainous, so we'll see. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your day. Welcome in. Let's see here. What is making this? The wind sound. Thought it would be environment, probably would make sense. All right, let's see. I gotta remember how I think I just built these up with the rock brush, scaled really large. I'm gonna try to do something similar to that. Yeah, I think that should work. And I'm probably gonna have to switch my typical keybinds, because it keeps syncing when I try to hit control. Hi, Husk. Welcome in. Hey, Slurp. Thanks for following, Slurp. All right, let's see. I think first I need to Oh, I did just change my keybinds. I'm already not used to it. We need the biome brush first, which is the painter. No. There it is. Because we want to make this a savanna. Welcome in, Max. So what we're working on today is what this zone I would kind of foresee in survival blending into the next area. This is kind of my lush desert. We're going to be making, going forward, a kind of a mountainous savanna. We'll see how that turns out, but that's the idea. We'll give it a go. So I've got some of that set, and I think the best thing to do first would probably be, well, I can clear this. Make a new one. And let's make a little palette here to use. I think first, let's look at some colors. Because I do want some paler, more neutral colors in these cliffs. It's probably the best to start with. Still want a little bit of the dry oranges. I don't know if I want all the way dark orange though. I think jungle would look pretty good probably. And we could probably use granite in some of the darker areas. And copper blends pretty good with these too. Junglewood might be a little too bright. Let's kind of look at it. Oh, my FOV felt pretty close. There, we can see a little better now. Definitely think this will look decent together. This isn't meant to be like a perfect gradient. It's more just like how the muted colors would look together, and I think that's pretty good for a color, a little pop of extra color without being too overly orange. kind of like, it's almost like a muted yellow, but I'm also thinking maybe I want to save that for the actual trees in the area. So I might keep the cliffs kind of simple. So the weathered copper will give us a little bit of color, and then the regular terracotta will give us some color. Let's see, is there anything similar to this? Well, stripped birch is not terrible for a really bright color. We saturate it just a little. Does it come up with anything different? Let's go a little bit more, less red, more orange. Sandstone or sand might not be too bad either. Let's darken it some. It says oak instead of jungle. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's still jungle. I was like, that looks the same. Because it is. I think it's a little too yellow. I think we're going to stick with this. So let's see here. We're going to add our granite. Get rid of the stone. And this is the exposed, or is this the weathered? Exposed. So we'll add that. That'll make it a little bit of a gathering session in survival, but it'll be fun. Then we have our terracotta blocks. Use white. We're going to use light gray, and we're going to use regular. And I think for our base block, we're just going to start with the white terracotta, and then we'll color it afterwards. It'll give us a nice bright starting point. So we have our rock brush. Terracotta is set to active. Let's make this much larger. And I think I want to do, I really liked last time I did a cube shape to start with. It builds up a pretty interesting little shape. So let's start with that. And then I'm actually going to do larger because this is going to get pretty rocky pretty fast. And then the smoothing, let's see. If I turn this up higher, how does it change? It rounds it out quite a bit. Which I think makes it honestly look a little bit too much like Axiom. That might sound weird, but we do want to extend it to the ground. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in, Fog. The meld strength is how strongly it actually melds with the ground. I think it's doing a pretty good job. It's got this nice little brim at the bottom already. So let's see. I want to kind of make... We kind of have this open area with a little bit of slope and some rockiness coming from this one already. I want to kind of do the same thing, but have it be a little bit more of a valley with some bigger mountainous rocky formations on the sides. So it's going to be similar. I'm going to try to make the tall side on the right side this time instead of the left. But I think, let me see. Maybe I should raise some of the grass before I build up the rocks. That would probably be a smarter solution. And what did I use last time? Your laptop can't handle this? You mean watching it or doing it yourself? It is a lot. I mean, not sure my computer can handle this, to be honest. Both. Yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised that I can stream while doing this, because I'm sure when we get into messing with water and whatnot, when it starts to actually have to do calculations, it's probably going to press my computer pretty hard. All right, so let's start with this. It's going to be a little awkward because I really want to dig down, but this is a super flat world, and that doesn't exactly work. So, unless you guys know, is there a way to sort of I'm not sure if there's a way in a super flat. A work computer from 2010. Oh my gosh. It's time to upgrade. (2010). In 2010, what did I even have? I probably had... Actually, I think I remember. I had a yellow Dell XPS laptop, if I remember right. I think it's an XPS. That was like my first, what I would call a gaming computer. That was like my first real one. How do I... Oh, invert. There we go. That answers my own question. And yeah, that's what I thought. It's just void. I was hoping it would sculpt it down, like push, rather than just remove. Interesting. I don't know if there is a way to do that. Because melt would also do that. Would the elevation inverted do that, maybe? Let's see. That's doing what I expect it to. So, let's see. Set to raise, we set it to lower. It does not look like it works. It also eats through to the void. That's something I would like to figure out if that's possible. All your tech is new, but then when your friends want to look at a laptop, they ask to do something else. Do you play much Minecraft, Fog? You actually do? What style of Minecraft do you like to play? Survival or hardcore, creative? I'm typically a survival player, but I've been trying to get myself to play a little bit more on creative to learn how to actually do things quicker. I'm definitely not good enough at the game to play much hardcore. All right, let's just set this back to raise. I think we're just gonna have to. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's see here. This should be how aggressive it is. Yeah, how often it triggers. Okay. So let's see. Like I said, I want this to kind of have a valley in the middle. I want the right side to be a little bit taller than the left because it's kind of the opposite of this. It might balance it out if I view it from back there. I should probably just make this large. I do kind of want to have a bit of a wrap around, I think. So let's see. If I just start raising this up, I'm going to have to fix that, blend that sand a little bit, but we'll get to that. So let's start by just getting a bit of a bulk here. Should probably give it a break between some of these strokes so it doesn't have to do mass lighting like that. That's a great way to have my computer start to hate me. I think that's not too bad. Let's just start growing this over here a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna blend this here. Get it to go up. That's a great excuse to get a new PC. Birthday is always a great choice. Thanks for liking, Luna. Welcome in. Maybe this is a little too aggressive. Let's turn this back down. It's kind of growing faster than I would like it to. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that battle. Okay, let's make this a little bit less of a straight line. The tricky thing is here, I want to sort of build this up too. I think I gotta slightly build this side up. It's gonna be tricky to get this to do what I want without being able to actually dig down in the super flat world. We'll see. See what we can do. Want this back area to be larger. Okay. I think that's a decent start. It's not just flat anymore. So if we get down here, we can kind of see roughly where we're at so far with the height. It's just starting to get some initial slopes in. I'm going to smooth this out. I'm going to blend this sand a little bit better because it has a literal square ridge. We'll clean that up some. And then I have to kind of decide. I think I do want this lower area to be sandy, kind of like I did in the other zone. So we're going to try that. A world download. I don't know if we're ready for all that. I don't know if we're ready for that yet. There's not a ton here. I mean, there's a little bit. We got, let's see. Thanks for following, Zara. Not sure exactly how to say it. Hi, welcome in. Yeah, I think it's a little soon for a world download. I'm doing good. How are you? Because if, oh my gosh, did I? Yeah, but it's also like I mentioned, this is kind of like just testing everything. I will be doing a survival series where I try to actually recreate all of these ideas in actual survival. So like I will find I have a large biome survival map. So I'll actually convert part of my desert into something that looks similar to this, hopefully. Hopefully. That's good. Glad to hear it. And I guess, I don't know if any of you have seen any of the clips, so you might not have seen the other area we've started on. I can kind of show you what's under the dome. The dome itself is nothing special. This is meant to give it an underground feel, because this is a cave biome that we came up with. So it was just to hide it from the sunlight. The stream's been good so far. Everything appears to be working. I hope is working as expected. You guys will have to let me know. This is the first actual stream we've done, so if anything seems off, please let me know. Please. Yeah, so inspired by the Deep Dark, obviously, with the Skulk and whatnot, but it's a little bit of like what I would expect to see underneath of a desert. Oh yeah, I play a lot of games actually. I used to be really big into MMOs, less so nowadays. I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy and Black Desert. Still do sometimes, but not as much as I used to. Guild Wars 2, things like that. Other than MMOs, played pretty much every MOBA that exists. Still sometimes play Dota 2. Not so much anything else. In the MOBA category anyways. I really like survival games. One of my favorite games of all time is probably Ark Survival. There's some choice words for that nowadays, but at one point it was the top of my list. But yeah, you can see how this is just kind of floating in a big dome. That's why I was saying the world download. I don't know. I mean, to let people see the ideas and kind of explore them. Sure, that might be cool. But I think it'll be a lot better once we're in an actual survival map, you know, where I can share the seed. People can kind of try to do it along with me and whatnot. Hi, Rotting. Welcome in. Yeah, I also have a love-hate relationship with it nowadays. It is what it is. I was really excited when they initially announced Ascended and said that they were going to try and remaster all the maps within like a year, and then it kind of fell flat on its face, and we still don't have all the original maps. It's been years. I haven't played a lot of single player games in a long time, like God of War or Prince of Persia. I think the last time I really played a lot of those games was probably Xbox 360, when I was like really playing Assassin's Creed and things of that sort. You got a new gaming mouse yesterday? I honestly, I could probably use a new mouse. I definitely need a new headset. I need headphones in a bad way. Yeah, of course. You can feel free to either share them in chat, or if you'd like, you can message me directly and share. I always am down to hear feedback or suggestions. I want nothing more than to have this be improved upon, so. But all right, let's see here. I don't need that. These are probably going to be for trees later. So I think first thing we should do, progressing back to this, is probably blend some of the sand out of the hill here. Yeah, you can join the Discord and we can chat about it there. By the way, if you are looking for my Discord, there should be a link tree with all of my links in it on my profile. Okay, so let's see. Can I remember? I believe it's just the paintbrush. Paint the active block. Let's make the active block grass. And then I should be able to just clear this out of the hill here. I don't mind a little bit of it down there, but not on these higher parts. I think that side looks okay. This looks like a little weird. And it is going to come down here, so that'll be fine. We'll clear it out of this. We'll get rid of that hard edge there. Interesting. I haven't actually played Vintage Story yet. I just yesterday had some friends that were suggesting Vintage Story. It's telling me that the live is restricted. Are any of you having issues viewing? Or is everything still look normal to you? Yeah, the survival experience seems pretty hardcore. Like it's looks pretty tedious and more challenging for sure. Let me see here. So it's still viewable if we've just been pulled off the For You page. Mic is very staticky. Let me see. I appreciate that, by the way. Oh, maybe my gain was turned up too loud or something. Yep, actually. I think that's exactly what it was. You'll have to let me know if it sounds any different, but I think the gain was high on the mic itself. Yeah, typically I have it set around here. So, I mean, it looks like it's a little more stable and less bouncy. Not the first, but one of the more active for sure. We probably got pulled from the For You page for mentioning links is my guess. That's probably what happened. I'll keep that in mind in the future. That's all right. We learn our lesson. Don't discuss links on live in the future. I'm sure that's in the guidelines and I wasn't aware. Do you have any idea if it has like a time period or if you just relaunch your live, does it fix it? Okay, is it literally that easy? Well, then when we decide to do an intermission or something later, I'll just fix it then. All right, let's see. How can I? Because I don't want all of this. Honestly, I'll probably just paint it and paint some of it out. So we'll just do this. Actually, I want to set this to sand, not grass. Thanks for that, by the way, Josh. It's good to know. I'm gonna just try to get a bit of a not so obvious round brush shape here. I think that's a decent little start. This is all gonna be. I'm probably gonna fill the sand here with water. That's what I'm thinking. Probably. So we'll see. I'm probably going to have to... It might be able to run down this hill. I'm thinking about having a water source up here that'll just like run down this hill and fill in this little area like a stream. And then we can just have it kind of peter out where the ground comes up here. I think that's what we're going to do. And then let's do a light smooth. It's nice. I want this to be very weak. Oh gosh. Smooth takes computer brain. Thanks for following, Josh. Appreciate it. right, it makes it look a little less fragmented, so we'll see. The computer definitely struggles to do that big of an area at once, though. Yeah, I bet they are. Trying to... There's a lot happening at once. That's okay. That looks decent enough to start with. We're going to build up on top of these anyways. There's going to be some cliff sides and stuff. I just wanted this to be a little bit more of a foundation, a little more smoothed out instead of just being all the little fragmented holes and chunks and stuff. Like this down here. All these random little chunks look a little weird. That looks a little bit better. So we can see, I think we're just going to get in with the rock brush. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with white terracotta. It'll look a little weird at first where it's just like this big bright cliff, but we'll see. And so the larger formations, I want something tall over here. So we're just going to build this up a little bit. And we'll fix the shape so it's not just like a deliberate big cube here in a moment. But I think if I pull back, because I do want, like, these are meant to be smaller formations and rocks, boulders. And then we're going to kind of go into this different area. It's got much larger cliffs, a little bit different colors. I'm going to attempt at some point to make another tree or two. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's get some more rocks back here. And I really like kind of dragging this brush. If any of you do use Axiom, it's pretty fun to drag this brush. You see the different shapes and formations it kind of gets instead of just like plopping down a shape at a time. Because while like something like this can be useful, I think it looks a lot more interesting to actually drag it along, break up the square shape that's so obvious. So this is actually where I think I want the water source to be. And if you're wondering why this is extending all the way down like that, that's because I have extend to ground turned on. So it lets you can kind of use the height advantage here and have it go all the way down to blend in the whole shape. So let's go back here and take a look. Because this is where you're going to be coming from. And I definitely like the height. I think that's probably pretty good tall-wise. If I'm coming through here, I think that is good, because this is where I want the water to come down. We can dig into that and have a nice little erosion point. I might pull this back. I don't know. It's kind of a nice frame for a waterfall or something here. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get the other side built up a little bit. And we'll go back with a smaller size brush and make these formations look a little bit nicer. Let's do that. I like that. Kind of follow this ridge. And I think this should act as a nice little bit of a Sorry, I'm not super used to moving the camera, so it might be a little jarring sometimes. But this is almost like a little bit of a barricade if you're over farther. I might pull this out a little bit more. Almost to kind of blockade the view. And we'll clean that up too. Oops. Do I have to leave this mode? So if we're walking through, because it would be pretty cool from here, I think, to see the waterfall coming down and make you a little curious of what you're looking at. And then when you're actually in here, you'll see all the water flowing towards you. I think this is pretty decent. Got a nice little gap here, so you're not restricted to just being in a canyon. You know, you have multiple directions to go. I think that's nice. I think that's a good base. I might melt some of that away in the back corner. Round this in some. So let's see. Melt brush here. I liked using, I think, one of these. You can make kind of cone shaped. Thought. Let's see. Oh, there's cone. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Cone is a really good shape for melt, I think, because it keeps you from getting just that very obvious spherical or square shape kind of trimming out. I think it helps a lot having something that's a little bit more unique. Actually, I think it was probably fine where I set it. Oh, I need to set a mask here, actually, because I don't want to be trimming out the ground. So we only want to trim the white terracotta. So for anyone that doesn't know, you can set a block-specific mask here in the tool mask, so it only affects what you tell it. So now it doesn't eat the sand like it was a moment ago. And this is actually exactly what I want it to do. And I think this is nice to kind of just wear away at the bottom in some areas, give it a little bit less of the straight down shape that we had. Your brain hurts, it's too much. No. It's sculpting. It's not too much. It's just for fun. Let's kind of blend that there. Let's bring this back in. No, in the sculpting and whatnot, I mean, I've been a 3D artist for like a decade, so a lot of this does make sense to me, but I can see if you just play Minecraft, these tools are probably a little overwhelming at first. I mean, they're even a little overwhelming to me still, so I can understand, but they're simple at their core. You just got to find interesting ways to use them. I mean, I'm probably being a little too nitpicky for the stage I'm at in this process. But I just want to kind of give these some more interesting shape. That way, again, just to break up the cube shape. I think it makes a really nice base, but I want it to also not look like I just went around with the cube the whole time. And sometimes these bother me a little bit, but also I try to leave some of it because they kind of end up like happy accidents. I mean, if you think of Minecraft Generation, the bitrate I believe is 7,500. Does it look low on stream? Because it is it's about triple what it was last time when we tested. What did we do over here? I kind of liked how that shape. We just dug in a little bit. I might try to do that on this inside area. Just to dig this back. Maybe there can be a little bit of a cave here in the cliff. Oh. So you're telling me that he was watching and thought it looked bad? But it's just his bad eyes. Nick and his bad eyes. Well, are you at your office? You can get on the Wi-Fi. I know you didn't mean. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you didn't mean Christmas. Hey, maybe slow down the thumbs, okay? If you slow down, you can actually type words. It's okay. I believe in you. No, gotta go fast, Ricky Bobby style. Is he using text to speech? So he's talking too fast? Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant. You knew what I meant. I had it backwards. Blabbing into your phone can't understand what you're saying. Let's see here. I think I should drop this back down some. Make a hot spring? That's a good idea. That's a great idea. We can put some magma blocks or something in it. Spicy spring. Let's see here. Still looks a little too uniformed, I feel like. But I think if I keep just going around, it'll get there. It'll get there. Kind of like that. And my points of erosion might not make the most sense, but it's freehand. It is what it is. Let's get some of this pulled back. Less cube. Less cube. Tear out this corner and round it some. I'm curious to see how the colors actually look when we get to actually messing with this. I'm hoping the color choices are not terrible. We'll see. I actually think we're going to turn this into a little bit of something. It should probably be pulled back a little bit more then. And then we can actually set this to, it's gonna have to be dirt. Give ourselves a little bit of a grotto in here. That'll be cool. Nick, are you guys watching from the hangar? Are you slacking on your job? Is that what you're doing? Are you supposed to be doing classwork right now? You are. Don't tell nobody. I'll keep it a secret. I won't tell. I think this looks okay enough. Let's see. I'm gonna switch this. Let's see. I don't like how flat this is, though. So let's just dig into it a little bit. That looks okay. Kind of the same thing here. I don't mind a little bit of a smooth spot like that, but I don't want it to be the whole face. I don't want it too planar. I think I'm happy with this one. Like I said, these are mostly proof of concept anyways. We're eventually going to be doing these on a much larger scale in create or survival, so we'll see how it goes. We will see. Since this is the water's edge, I think it makes sense to kind of pull it back like the water is maybe misting out of the river or something as it flows, eating away at the lower chunks. Kind of like that. Let's pull this back so we have a little bit of a path. I actually... Bed Wars. Oh my gosh. You are a Minecraft fan. Sorry, I'm kind of whipping the camera all over the place. Get this. Be a little bit of a better shape. Trying to tear back the cube. It's fun having a multiplayer server to play on. I wish I had a larger group to play with to kind of do like something collectively. That might be something worth trying to do later. Am I making this worse or am I making it better? This is the question. I think it'd be kind of fun to have like a collective server that builds maybe in a specific style in certain areas or something. See what people can come up with together. I think something like that could be kind of fun. I don't like that. Bring that back. I think I need to build this back in. It's not quite doing it for me. Yeah, we're gonna have to build that back in a little bit. Let's go rock tool. Let's bring this way down, way down. Just kind of. Is it too little? Let's see. Oh, my block is probably ruining this. So let's clear this. Get this built back in here a little bit. Because I don't like how much I took away. Maybe it should just come out. Slightly up here. Let's see, adjust our view. Something. I think this is cool. I think this is cool. It's this that is bothering me. So let's try. Oh, I gotta put my mask back on. But let's see, block, terracotta. Yeah, let's trim this back. Trim this back. Trim this back. Round this off so it's not such a cube. I think that probably helps. Let's cut this out. Even though I just built this up, we're going to trim it down. Not loving it still. Let's pull this back. I think this is ugly. Sorry, Brock. And then let's see if I do this. We'll leave it for now. We might come back to it. All right, let's do this front one here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Gonna dig in. Dig in here. Gonna blend them together by having one erosion shape there. You're taking viewer breaks to go Bed Wars even? You're in it. I like that. Looks good. Got a weird angle here. Let's go. That looks better. Okay. I haven't really played Bed Wars. I've seen it a little bit, but I haven't really ever played it. mix it up a little bit. Let's get something out of here. Chop that corner back some. That's fine. I'm gonna reduce this for that. I have not. Black phone, huh? Let me see. Let me do a Google, see if it's something I would typically watch. This would be something I would probably watch. No, I haven't seen either one of those. But I do like spooky and thriller movies or shows. I'd have to watch them by myself, though. My lady does not like spooky stuff. This definitely needs some attention. That looks pretty good, but you can tell I'm probably drawn to the left. So let's see. There we go. Have you ever seen Strangers? Strangers is a pretty decent bit of a thriller movie. It's pretty good. It's a little older, but it's pretty good. It's only a little older. It's not like from the 90s or anything. I think that's looking okay. Definitely looks better than this. This side could probably use a little bit more, actually. Just to give it some more uniqueness. It's not too bad. You barely run Discord. Come on. How much memory does your laptop have? Well, that would that would maybe explain it. That might explain it a little bit. Well, yeah, especially if you use Google Chrome. Google Chrome mixed with Discord, 8 gigs of RAM is not going to go far, especially you launch a game on top of it. I could definitely see that getting used up pretty quick. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great for sure. All right. I really am quite happy with this one. Honestly, I think it looks better than the ones I did before, and I was pretty happy with those. Let's see. Let's get a good entrance view again, see if anything is looking. I actually kind of like the tree there. It's working out nicely. This needs a lot of love. This is really bothering me. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back up. Let's make this cone larger again. Let's try this. Let's give it some shapes. Break up the cube again. Take some chunks out. Let's make this thinner. Let's see. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. A crazy cart. Oh, I totally have seen these. Yeah, I have seen these. Those are really fun. Especially if you get the ones where you can rip a handbrake. think this face looks pretty good. Side here looks a little generic. Actually, I like that. Let's keep that piece. Fog, what do you like to build in Minecraft? I don't like that much. That's a little extreme. That looks okay, I think. Just chisel that back some. Oh, that's rough. Let's see. Hey, Nico, welcome in. I'm just trying to get some unique shapes in here. Make this not look so squared off. I do not like how that looks. Adjust the brush a little. No. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. I think this might be a little too repetitive. Kind of feels too samey. I think I want to remove this one here. So let's just try to plop in. What if I do it like this? Make this smaller. I'm just gonna pop out some bits here. I think that's something I'm gonna probably have to do, is go back and add just some smaller sections. I think that'll probably help it a lot, like that. Still probably have to trim them up though, because it does look a little too same shapey. But I can do stuff like that and get something a little different there, some sort of shape pulled out from each section. Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay once I start to melt it back. This looks a little better, I think, once I again melt some of it to round it out. Let's get out of the fog. You're talking about in Bed Wars? You gotta talk to me like I'm Unk status, okay? I don't I don't know the abbreviations for Bed Wars. Oh, I mean, see, I should have known that. I just wasn't using my brain. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes the brain don't work like the brain should work. It is what it is. That looks better. I like that. Not like that. What do you got it set to an auto clicker? Oop, did not mean to zoom there, sorry. Just got fast hands. This looks like it should honestly be kind of like this. Not like that. I don't like that. Do not like that. That's better. You guys are gamers. Although to be fair, I don't know what my click rate would be personally, so I guess I should. I don't like that those are going the same way. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. Okay. I think this just needs to be a little more chaotic. That's better. That is much better. Try to get these shapes to look like they're actually melded together a little bit here. Let's see. Without this looking like I'm just kind of chiseling out a chunk at a time. Some of these are not looking too bad. Not too bad. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm actually allergic to cats. Cats make my eyes feel like there's something, like I put hot sauce drops in them. It's terrible. My eyes burn so bad from cats. I think I'm gonna do a double here. Let's mess with that. Have a branch here, like so. Here, and then we can kind of dig out a little bit of a pond here. This is the idea. We're gonna see if it works. Your cat annoys you? He just loves you, dude. Can't be mean to the cat like that. Just kidding, that totally depends. Is it an orange cat? I don't like this. Make this go. Yeah, that looks better. That's much better. What color is your cat, though? Well, then you just have to deal with it. I'm gonna fix this area. I think we're doing okay. Let's change this to grass real quick. And we're gonna have water here and here. So let's just kind of trim this out some. Now we can go dirt. Trim it out a tiny bit more. That is way too much. All right, let's go to a sphere. Is that going? Yeah, it is. Okay. I might have to just do this part by hand. Yeah, I think. Or maybe we can just let the water run and see how it looks. Or what if we clear this? Just do something like this. Sort of build it up around the edge first. Then we can go back and melt it away. See ya. See ya. Actually, that would look really good as a rock. Let's paint over it. Maybe that's what I should do on both sides. Yeah, let's just back it up before I raise that grass, because I think that's just a better solution. Just get the rock brush, set it back to a cube because I like it better. We can clear this. Let's go not so drastic there. Looks pretty good. We can go like this. And do that over here too. I don't like that one. That looks a little better. Now we can go back to melting things down. Let's set our block mask back to the white terracotta. And see here. Set this back to a cone. I think I like that better. And we are only affecting the rocks, so we can trim these out. Trim this out some. It kind of splashes into here. Eats away at it. Get rid of some of the roundness on the outside too. I like that. I don't think that looks too bad. Now, before I do this last rock, I am really curious about the water. So, where's the flood fill? Clear this. Let me see on this side. I wanted it there. Let's find out. Oh boy. Oh, it's filling it with sand, and I didn't set it to water. I am trolling. Let's go up one more, I think. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta fill that first. That better go away. Is not going to. Okay. So I think if I just select this. And we can, oops, that's not what I want to do. And I should be able to drain. Is it not low enough? Probably not. Let's see. Hey, thanks. Thanks. Is this not actually here? And it just looks like it is or something? Oh, you know what? I didn't hit enter. Look at me go. You gotta actually make the selection before you can drain it. That's how the brain works. Now we can clear our selection. That should be fine. And then let's grab our elevation tool again. Let's grab this grass and just kind of pop this up a little bit. Just to make sure that we're not flooding ourselves again. Flood fill back to water. And let's see. I wanted it right here. And then let's go take a look now. Let's change this so we don't flood everything again. That looks better. Okay. We'll probably modify this a little bit underneath it, but I wanted to get this in to see. Now, if I go back to flood fill, please do not blow off the edge like that. This is not going to do what I want. I can tell already it's not going to do how I want it. It definitely looks... Set our limit. That's the way to do it. Okay, so that's still too much. Maybe I can just do it in 2 clicks. So we're looking for this height. Let's try that. Then I'll dig that out just a little bit. But why do I have to select it and tell it to update? Let's see. Freehand selection, I believe. Can I... You know what? Let's do this. Set this to water, so I'm only selecting that. Let's clear that. Why are you not grabbing this water out here? I'm not sure I know how to do this. There it goes. Now, I should be able... Is there an option to update? Does it simulate gravity? Yeah. Okay, trigger updates. Okay, we got a little bit. We got a little bit. let's go again. Trigger update. Simulate gravity again, maybe? What happens if I just hop out the Axiom window? Yeah, that's what we want. Then, if we chisel some of this out real quick. And let's do this. Get some water flowing. I am going to spread it along these sides. That's looking nice. I would like this to be a little bit wider. And let's just go ahead and put some more water here. I don't know if that's a great little thing going on here. Welcome back. I did not mean to do that. Just throw some. Let's see here. It's not looking too bad. Water is a rough one. Working with water is always a little bit of a headache. It's pretty neat. I don't think that looks too bad. I gotta fix this cliff on the left side, add some smaller rocks and boulders, and then we can get going on the finer details. Oh, I forgot about this. Let's do a flood fill again. Is it not? There it goes. Now we've got water in there. Yeah. All right. I think at this point, I'm going to take a little lunch break. I will probably be back in about an hour if you would like to join back. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I might see you again in a little bit. Sounds good.